I think this thing needs a little bit of something. One person's watching us? I got a dog in the background. The dog's
been a while since we went live on this shit.
It's been a little bit while. What is good? What is really, really good, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy James, aka Hollywood J Blaq, live in the building once again. We are here for that damn NFL show. Ooh, it's been a whole 8 months.
It's been a whole fucking minute.
Oh, wait, we got comments. Who's commenting here? Oh, look at that. Little lady dies in the building. What's good?
Oh, shit. What's good, ma?
I am ready. Yes, we are ready for some football. Woo, shit. Oh, man. It's been a while. Hope everybody's having a wonderful. Hope everybody is safe, happy, not sick, not coughing up some shit.
Man, what is your dog eating back there, dog?
Man, my dog ain't eating nothing but don't even ask what this damn dog's eating. This dog is just kind of, I don't even know, man. Listen.
No, it's good to see. It's good to see you. You know, we've had a year straight of actually not being able to see each other on camera when we record reactions. So.
I know, right? It's the first time he's seen me and not. No, I'm just playing. We've seen each other in between. But this is But yeah, back and forth doing this. This has been forever, man. This has been forever. So it's always a blessing to see you, sir, and do what we do as we do best. So for those that
piss people off,
yes. Well, Big Sin definitely did that in the final episode of the NFL preview.
Oh shit! Not only you, but the homie John. I showed you what that motherfucker said to me.
Trust me. John knows. Oh shit, Toby!
Toby, peoples. Oh man, I miss the NFL shows.
Oh man, this is we're in a good place
now. So I'm just gonna say this right now to you. I don't feel like looking at you, so I'm putting the schedule over your face.
Oh well. See, you should have just gave me the schedule. I just would have popped it on the screen.
Nah, fuck that.
Fine.
Right, so we are going into week 1 of the 2021-2022 NFL season.
Yeah.
We did all of our preliminary shit. We recorded it for the first time since doing the show's inception. So I hope you guys enjoyed those. They had a little more better production value with the background and shit. So
yes, we tried to make it a little bit fun for y'all. So we do our best around here at Simple Black Entertainment to please the masses and the masses. So,
the masses and the masses.
That's right. So let's not keep them waiting, sir. What's going on? What is going on with week 1?
So we got week 1 coming up, and next week these shows are going to be longer because we got the recap and the week coming up. So this is going to be a shorter one, but we got to get used to doing this shit again.
You know how it is, like the first time that you do what you do, right? It just happens so fast. It's the first time. Just go in, do it, and boom.
Sometimes you're just a 2-pump chump that first time. You know what I'm saying? You got to, let that shit go and just move on. You got to let it go. Let it go.
And the next time it's longer. And
until your stamina runs out and you're like, hold on, girl, let me take a nap real quick.
Hitting the inhaler and shit.
All right, so we got week 1 up on deck, man. We are excited right now. You can tell we're just acting goofy as shit right now. But so the first game on Thursday night, tomorrow night, we have the Dallas Cowgirls taking. Yes, I'm already going to piss people off already. Fuck them Cowboys. Taking on your Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
All right, here we go. So John says, let's hear some early NFL award prediction. So I'm gonna give you something that's not a prediction. I'm gonna give you a spoiler. Are you ready for this one?
What's that?
My spoiler is that Matt Stafford is gonna be the MVP of the NFL, simply off of stats only. Simply off of stats. He ain't gonna do shit with the Rams, but he's going to simply off of stats.
He's gonna have an Aaron Rodgers year where they just give him an award because he played good.
Yeah, that's right. You did a good job.
I got one for you too.
What?
The offensive rookie of the year will be Mac Jones in New England.
Ooh, that's kinky. I like that one. I think I can get on board with that one. Defensive rookie of the year. Shit, who's the defensive rookie?
Shit, who's defense that came out in the draft this year?
I don't know.
It was all about the quarterbacks this year.
Yeah, your man's in Washington going to win it for 2 years in a row, even though he's not a rookie.
Chase Young?
Yeah, he's going to.
All right, we got Cowboys and Buccaneers. Tampa Bay coming off an amazing season and their absolute obliteration of Darlene Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
My man said Darlene Mahomes. Jesus Christ. Okay. This one's going to be fairly simple. Dallas didn't have a defense last year. They sure as hell ain't got a defense this year. So it's really only going to turn out one way. Tampa Bay by like 20.
Oh, well, Dallas' offense is going to be a lot better this year. If Dak Prescott has confidence standing on his fucking ankle.
Hey. Bruce Arians is still the coach.
And Mike McCarthy's still the coach of Cowboys. I know.
Bucks by 20. Yeah, that's not a prediction. It's a spoiler, okay?
Jay Blaq over here talking like the Buccaneers are going to be Brock Lesnar picking up John Cena after his match at SummerSlam, just yeeting the motherfucker somewhere.
That's how bad it is. Tell me, listen, give me one Cowboys player that's going to be able to stop any Buccaneers player, any of them.
No, I'm not saying the Cowboys defense is going to do shit. I'm saying their offense is going to be good.
All right. Better yet, tell me one Cowboy. Okay, tell me one Cowboys player that is going to absolutely excel against this Buffalo's defense. I mean, not Buffalo, this Buccaneers defense.
Well, I think that maybe CD Lamb might have 80 yards receiving.
Yeah, like maybe short outs.
Yeah, because the Buccaneers defense is no joke.
Like I said,
I'll go with the Buccaneers. I'm just trying to extend the conversation here and fuck the Cowboys. They're going to get their ass whooped tomorrow. I can't wait to watch it.
20 catches for 80 yards, and Dak Prescott's only going to complete 22. That's 2 to Ezekiel Elliott. That's it. There you go. There's your stat.
It's a half shirt. Next up, we have an interesting game. We have the Seattle Seahawks at the Indianapolis Colts.
The Seahawks against the Colts. This is going to be an interesting one. Allegedly, Carson Wentz is going to be back for this game. They said that he's going to be back for this game. They have a good feeling that he's going to be back for this game. They are absolutely positively 77.6% that he's going to be back in this game.
So I'm absolutely positively picking DK Metcalf in the Seattle Seahawks in this game.
Ooh, that's a tough one. No, I don't know if I could do that. Because even if Carson Wentz wasn't playing, this Colts defense is legitimate. It was
the Colts defense is legitimate. They are good. But I think the Seahawks receivers have a lot to prove this year after their defense let them down so many times last year.
Yeah. No, the defense, listen, the only people that were letting people down more was that Seattle defense that let everybody and their mama down.
So the Seattle defense went from the Legion of Boom to the Legion of...
The Legion of the Revolving Door, because they let everyone in over and over and over again. He said, I think the Seahawks take a step back this year. Russ getting ass is new to him anymore. Isn't new to him anymore. So he won't have that to motivate him. See?
Hey, I lost my virginity in the offseason. Yeah!
See? I told you. John knows what's up with Seattle. The same thing I told you. This man said Seattle was going to have a good season this year. Seattle's going to be mediocre at best because of their defense.
All right.
Defense wins championships. Always remember that. Yeah, so this one, I'm going to give it the Colts on this one.
All right.
I think the Colts. I'm taking the Colts on this one.
All right, next up, we have probably what's going to be the ugliest game of the week. The Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars at Tyrod Taylor in his inflated lung in the Houston Texans.
The battle of mediocrity, huh? Let's see. So the question is this, okay? Both defenses both teams have a porous offensive line, like porous, like absolutely.
And Houston got rid of all their defensive linemen. So.
And they've traded offensive players, defensive players, special teams players.
It's almost like Bill O'Brien never left.
We have one team trying to throw the season against another team that doesn't have enough players to win a game. And you cannot figure out which one of those two are who. I bet you can't.
Yeah. Well, at least we know that Trevor Lawrence ain't getting the rubbing tugs from Instagram models.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes. He has to win a game to earn that one. Given the fact that I don't know if Houston's going to try and throw the game. Although Tyrod Taylor is basically their only offensive weapon at this point. And I don't mean that in a good way.
No, because Will Fuller's gone. Fucking everybody's gone.
Yeah. So over under 1.5 watts of massages on the sidelines. That depends on who's giving him the massage, sir.
I guarantee it's going to be under one cheerleader near that motherfucker.
Woo! Yeah. Listen. Oh, speaking of which, did you hear that the FBI is investigating the accusers and the lawyer? Did you hear about that? Mm-hmm. Woo! Could you imagine if we found out that this was a whole setup?
It was a setup by the Houston Texans, so nobody would want Deshaun Watson because he wanted to leave.
But imagine if that became like actual 100% fact at that point.
But if you remember, during the offseason, I kept saying that shit when we talked about the shit.
Yeah, me too. Maybe that's why Houston's getting rid of all these players, because shit, they don't want these players to get sanctioned. Because you know Goodell, he might just get rid of the whole team as a franchise.
So both these teams are going to be horrible. But I'm going to give it to the horrible team that has a bright young quarterback coming up, and that's the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, this might be Jacksonville's one and only win this year. Well, actually, depends on when they play the Texans again. So, I'm going with Jacksonville on this one, and maybe over 2 massages because Deshaun Watson ain't gonna be having that shit else to do.
Unless you're gonna be chilling up in the owner's box. You want to see some chick sitting next to him? You're like, oh yeah, you're getting that right now.
Look at that lady giving that man a willing massage. Look at that.
Willing is very willing. He's even signing up a piece of paper that says she consented.
Oh my god!
All right, next up
My god!
I'm glad to be unfiltered again. Next up, we have Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Atlanta and the downtrodden Falcons.
I found it hilarious that the Eagles, about a week ago, put out a whole press release that said that we decided that we're going to go with Jalen Hurts as our starting quarterback.
Anybody questioned that shit?
Yes, we have decided officially, unanimously, that we are going to go with Jalen Hurts. NSS. You know what NSS stands for? No shit, Sherlock.
It's like, really?
And water's wet.
You're really going to go with Gardner Minshew? No, you're not.
Although you should, but probably not. I'm just saying. All jokes aside,
he's going to be getting so many rub and tugs in Philadelphia because of that mustache.
We have one team that intentionally throws games at the last minute versus one team that can't seem to win games at the last minute.
We have to remember the greatest hit for Atlanta last year was kicking an onside kick against the Cowboys and not touching the ball. And not jumping on the ball when the Cowboys had 10 yards until they could get it. It rolled for 5 and the Falcons were like,
oh, what about the team that had a legitimate shot to win a game and they said, no, we're just going to put in our backup quarterback. It's cool. No worries.
We're not tanking.
No, but you are, because you're getting the fuck out of here.
I'm going with the Eagles in this game.
Fuck, this is bad. This is a team. Well, I guess you kind of have to, because Matt Ryan has nothing.
Matt Ryan.
And on paper, Jalen Hurts has more weapons to make this actually work. They might easily take this one.
The only thing I'm concerned about with Philadelphia is that they released their team leader in catches last year on the last day of preseason.
Who? Zach Ertz?
Yeah, no, the wide receiver who led the team in catching last year, the young kid. They released him on the last day of preseason. Look, we want that number 1 pick, okay? So we can drive someone to replace Jalen Hurts, even though we're not going to replace Jalen Hurts.
I feel like always there's 8 teams actually trying to make the playoffs, and then the other 24 trying to tank the best or the worst. I think
Well, with the NFC least, you have to. All you got to do is win 7 games. You're in the playoffs.
You don't even have to do that. What are you talking about? Then the winner wins 6?
Well, this year they have to win 7, or else they'll be 6-11. That'll be a real bad look on the NFL.
Don't put it past them, ladies and gentlemen. Do not put it past
them. No, don't. So next up, we have my dark horse of the AFC West, the Los Angeles Chargers at Ryan Fitzmagic and the Washington football team.
This is an offensive, and it's weird for me saying this about the Chargers, an offensive juggernaut in the Chargers, minus Hunter Henry, who's on the Patriots, by the way.
Woo!
Fucking Bill Belichick got himself a fucking stud in the fucking tight end.
And then went and got Joe Smith, who's another stud at tight end.
That was Mike Vrabel did him a solid. That's what that shit was.
He was like, Mike, remember I got you that job in Tennessee, motherfucker.
He did him a fucking solid. But this isn't a Patriots Titans love fest. No, not at all.
No.
There's still an offensive juggernaut in LA, the Chargers. Going against
Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to have the most Patrick motherfucking offense in the world with one of the best defenses in the league.
Hey, but don't count out Ryan Fitzpatrick for nothing.
I never do. Remember that game against the Raiders last year? That man's head was turned all the way around and still beat that goddamn team.
This might be, I don't know. This might be an opportunity like this. Ryan Fitzpatrick with this team has the opportunity to finally make it to the playoffs and cause some chaos.
Well, they got to the playoffs last year, but they ran into the Buccaneers.
But that's what I'm saying, though. But not with Ryan Fitzpatrick. You know what I'm saying?
It was with some motherfucker who came from the CFL.
Yeah, this might be his opportunity to make something happen. And Ryan Fitzpatrick is the Ron Rivera type of guy.
Between Herbert and Burrow, the pick of the franchise quarterback. I would honestly take, because of what happened to Joe Burrow's leg, I'm going to have to go with Justin Herbert.
With Herbert. He is not tainted goods.
And I said it during our video. Justin Herbert does all the exceptional things really good, but does the basic things really bad. Once he gets the basic things down, he's going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Well, the thing is, and as we talked about, Herbert, he does everything right. He's at 2 times last year, he was the leading rusher for the team. So we know that he can run when needs to, but that's not his primary focus. It's not like Lamar Jackson, right?
No, but he also led the league in 3rd and 15+ yard conversions last year.
Yep. I saw 2 Los Angeles Chargers games on television, and I saw Justin Herbert play, and I will tell you, he is just like John just said. Herbert is legit. Yep. Like you see that man play, he has poise in the pocket. When it's time for decision making, when the game's not on the line, when he has the opportunity to just be Justin Herbert, absolutely fucking bonkers. But just like you said, but I think it's just a rookie, right? When he tries to make things happen just too much.
It's the basic things. It's the basic things he struggles with. And that was the weird thing about his season last year.
Yeah.
All the shit that he should have been able to do, he did. All the shit that he should be able to do, he didn't do.
And you know what it is because he tried to do too much when really he should have just dumbed it down. Like you can't do too much when you just have to do the basic shit, which is make sure you don't lose the game.
But he was also trying to make sure that the guy with deflated kidney was not going to take his job back.
Well, I mean, listen. Now that worry's gone, you know what I'm saying?
No, I think Justin Herbert is going to have a fantastic year this year.
That was a hit, by the way. I just wanted to. I ain't saying. I'm just saying that was a motherfucking hit.
So, who are you taking, the Chargers or the football team?
Man, they say defense wins championships. Justin Herbert's good, but against this Washington defense, I'm gonna take. I gotta take Washington. This was the one I said in the preview. I said this was gonna be probably the toughest game that Herbert has to play this year is against this Washington defense.
Because Chase Young is gonna be on his ass.
On his ass, boy. And
all right, next up we have, and we called it last year, the worst 11-0 team in NFL history, the Pittsburgh Steelers, walking into Buffalo to get their asses handed to them by the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are way too fast for the Steelers to be a threat.
Listen, with TJ Watt's contract status still up in the air, yes, apparently he's going to play this weekend. But with that being the big specter in the room.
Oh, and Ben Roethlisberger playing again?
Yeah. Well, against this Buffalo defense, which was, again, a top 5 defense at some points of the season, a top 3 defense.
And the Buffalo offense that was top in the fucking NFL for most of the year last year.
Yeah, if Buffalo takes a step back against Pittsburgh this season, you might as well throw the whole
then the Patriots are going to win that division.
Yeah, and I don't think that's going to happen. So now that the ownership and the team and the coach, Wykovic for MVP.
See, that was my pick right there for MVP this year is Wykovic. I believe this is his year.
Bill Belichick might have something to say about that.
Yes, because Wykovic struggles against Bill Belichick.
And last year was even the 2 games that they played.
Yeah, they were very close.
It was a little bit. It was average. He was average Wykovic in the 2 games. He didn't
in the second one. If it wasn't for a Cam Newton fumble, the Patriots would have won that game.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you look at it from that perspective, Buffalo to me is still one of a top 3 or top 4 team in the AFC. Point blank, period.
And they're going to be there for a few years.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is not. And again, with that TJ Watt contract still hanging around, imagine that's that's going to be the story. Yep. If they don't get
Ben came out today and said that they need to pay him whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, he's their second or third best defensive player, if not their best.
I think he's their best.
I you know what though? There's
Micah Fitzpatrick is good, but he gets burned a lot.
But he plays.
He does. But TJ, you can always count on him to make that play.
Easily 1 or 2 interchangeable. But like I said, with that specter hanging over, and listen, the Watts and the fucking what's the dudes my boy that plays the Watts and the Bosas know how to get paid.
Yes.
Listen, they know how to.
Bosa, they send their family to do shakedowns, and the Watts just stand there and be like, "Pay me."
Mafioso style. They know they will sit the fuck out. They'll be like, nah. I will play at 50% speed and not get hurt to make sure I get my motherfucking money.
Yep, that's Joey Bosa for your ass right there. That first year in LA, that motherfucker was like, nope.
Which is exactly why we made sure we backed up the Brinks truck for Nick, okay?
And then MetLife happened.
Death life.
So are you taking the Bills or the Steelers, sir?
Bills, easily. Right. Like I said, they're not going to take a step back against the Steelers because if they do, the Patriots are going to be on their ass all season. And they don't want that.
Next up, we have Hollywood and John, San Francisco 49ers, taking on a familiar foe, but not a familiar team, the Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
So the only person that's familiar with this 49ers team, they said, why try if you don't know if you got a job next week? Ask Earl Thomas that question.
Yeah, remember he flipped off fucking his coach for 10 years as he got carted off the field.
Yeah, so.
Bang, bang, Niner gang. No, we're not into that gay shit around here, John.
Hey.
Oh, well, maybe Hollywood is with that little, hey.
You know what, sir?
Yes.
You know what, sir?
What?
49ers by like 28. There, how does that sound?
I don't think it's gonna be that big of a blowout. I am picking the Niners because I don't think Detroit has anything right now.
Who is Detroit going to throw to get touchdowns? Who are they going to give the ball to?
Didn't I just say that I don't know who Detroit has?
Jared Goff is – look, this is what's going to happen. Jared Goff is going to take a 5-step drop back, realize they done fucked up, and not play anymore. He's going to walk off the field and fuck this shit. Put the ball down. I'm out.
You see him next week on Instagram in a picture at the bar where Matt Stafford and Sean McVay were?
Yeah. Take me back, coach. I'll be a backup. Please, coach. Please take me back. No.
Will Trey Area take the job from Jimmy this year?
Nah.
Only if Jimmy gets hurt. I think you guys are going to roll with Jimmy all year. If he gets hurt and then he comes back and Trey is actually performing, I think it's Trey's shot.
Remember I told you shades of 10 years ago. Shades of 10 years ago, sir. Oh, those fucking specters. Oh, my God. But no, on the realness, I think we have our whole O-line back. I mean, we don't have another Joe Staley. You know what I'm saying? We can't replace Joe Staley.
And as long as you don't trust McGlinchey to pass block, you'll be fine.
Yeah. It's one of those things that as long as we run it down everybody's throats, Jimmy G's don't have to worry about his job. That's kind of what it is. I don't worry about the quarterback situation because as long as we can run the ball, we're fucking great. If we can't run the ball.
My whole thing is your pick of Trey Lance was perfect for your organization because he's a quarterback who Kyle Shanahan can teach, who will learn, who's not that experienced because he didn't play much in college.
Yeah.
It's somebody who is going to sit there and just soak up all that knowledge that Kyle Shanahan has.
Now,
and a year or two down the road, yes, Trey Lance is going to be the man there.
Yeah. Now, if you would have drafted Mac Jones,
Mac Jones would have been the starting quarterback for the New England for the 49ers, and Cam Newton would still be on the Patriots.
Yeah, the Trey Lance, he can ball, but I know Kyle's going to do him right. Just give him a couple years. Yeah. But I think if Jimmy tries to, hot dog and grandstand about his contract situation, we good. We ain't got to worry about it. Niners are going to win this game.
So I got the Niners too. So next up we have the turnover-prone Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings at the return of Joe Burrow. And how's that leg going to hold up Cincinnati Bengals?
Is this Vikings defense the same this year as it is last year?
If it is, the Bengals might have a chance because the Vikings defense was not good last year.
Now they finally brought my boy Samaje Perine. I'm so happy they got my boy Perine in there. Along with your other boy from the Bengals. That should take the pressure off of Joe Burrow coming into this thing.
Yeah, the Bengals, for the first time in their history, actually addressed something they needed, which was an offensive line.
True. John says throw interception. You like that?
You like that?
Yes, we do. Yeah, yes, we do, sir.
Yes, because we do. Kirk Cousins was almost y'all's quarterback 3 years ago.
Shit. Kirk Cousins was almost a lot of people's quarterbacks.
Yeah, you're right.
Minnesota was the only one that wanted to pull the trigger on it for reasons I still don't know why.
I'm gonna take a chance here. I'm gonna pick the Cincinnati Bengals to start their season off with a win.
Ooh. I have to ask the question: have the Minnesota Vikings learned anything from the last 8 games of last year?
Well, I don't know because in the preseason, Kirk Cousins threw 5 interceptions.
So,
but this is a game where they just strap the ball to Dalvin Cook and have him just run it down the Bengals' throats, and they'd be fine.
True, but they're only a good running team with Dalvin Cook. That's the problem. The big mystery is where's Latavius Murray going to land? I heard that they might bring him back as a 1-2 punch in Minnesota.
I think that would probably be the best for business for Minnesota, and it would keep the ball out of Kirk Cousins' hands.
Yeah. But until then, I'm going to go with the surprise Bengals on this one. I think Joe Burrow comes back in Joe Burrow fashion.
I think Justin Jeffries is going to have a big game because I don't think there's anybody on Cincinnati who can cover him.
No. But it's going to be high scoring, though.
The Vikings will win this game if Dalvin Cook controls this offense.
Yeah. But
now, next up.
Go ahead.
Next up, we have the team that blew their chance for Trevor Lawrence, the New York Jets. They blew their chance for Trevor Lawrence and made Robert Saleh age 30 years after he signed his name on the contract. The New York Jets taking on Sam Darnold on a revenge tour in the Carolina Panthers. Holy shit, it's Ninja!
Oh, shit. Oh, Ninja.
We ain't seen my boy in a minute.
Toby said the Vikings are going down. I agree.
They're going down like a $2 hooker on Fremont Street, baby.
Woo! That's bad.
Ninja, where the fuck have you been, homie?
Oh, my goodness. This is awesome. All right, so...
I think Sam Darnold has a career day here because he's reunited with Robbie Anderson, and I just think he's going to want to tear apart the New York Jets.
I think so. I happen to agree. I mean, with the Sam Darnold, Robbie Anderson combination, although defense is going to be interesting.
United and it feels so good.
I'm just saying, it's good to see you though, Ninja, for real, man. I'm glad you're here.
It is, man.
My whole thing is that Robert Saleh, the defense, his defense requires personnel. The Jets didn't have personnel, unfortunately. So it's going to look good on paper scheme-wise. But the Jets do not have the personnel to run Robert Saleh's defense. People don't realize that Robert Saleh got real lucky. Although his formations and his defensive schemes were great. Oh yeah, man, it's good to see you.
Hell yeah, Ninja. Hey, holla at me, dog. I want to link up with you on something. Holla at me. We got to put some shit to work. You talked about it before, but yeah, holla at me, bro.
Yes, Robert Saleh has a team with no personnel. And he got blessed with being with the 49ers to have the personnel that know how to run his scheme. So, with that said, it's going to be a rough outing for the Jets. I fully expect a healthier Christian McCaffrey. I fully expect Sam Darnold, Robbie Anderson. This is going to be a game finally that Sam Darnold can get his feet wet and show people why he was a top pick in the draft a few years ago.
Yeah, because this preseason, Sam Darnold has looked damn good this preseason, too.
Yeah, he's going to be healthy, protected.
Yep.
It's going to be fun.
He hasn't had an offensive line in 4 fucking years. So
yeah. Just saying. He hasn't had a team that cared about his health and well-being in 4 years. What are you talking about?
And we're not saying the Panthers care about anybody's health or well-being. Ask Mike Davis.
We're just saying they care about it more than Death Life Stadium and the Jets do.
So, all right, next up, we have a very interesting game. We have the underachievers, the Arizona Cardinals, at King Henry and the Tennessee Titans. This Titans offense picked up Julio Jones, but the Cardinals defense picked up a healthy J.J. Watt.
And that's all fine and dandy.
And a healthy A.J. Green.
That's all fine and dandy. But listen, I think J.J. Watt is amazing and phenomenal, and I think that he has still a lot left in the tank. But do you have a lot left in the tank against a man who in high school ran for 8,000 yards?
Well, my thing is this. A lot of people are sleeping on Arizona, but I don't think this is the week. Derrick Henry has averaged like 200 yards rushing in the AFC South games, and that's where J.J. Watt has been for the last 12 years.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's going for at least $150 in this game.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those games that, unless they can really stop Derrick Henry, I don't know what they're going to do.
J.J. Watt going to look like Kurt Warner in his final year in Arizona.
J.J. rolled out there and taped up and covered in braces looking like a transformer. Now, it's going to be a good game. I'm going to tell you. It's going
to be a very good game.
Great game. Probably better than it looks on paper if you pit the offense against the defense.
But it looks good on paper, too. That's the thing, too. This is one of those rare games that look good on paper, too.
Yeah. It looks average. But once you add up the sum of all the parts, this is going to be one of those maybe one of those 30-24 games, 30-27 games, maybe even a little high score, maybe a little bit more, because you can't count out Kyler Murray under any circumstance.
Yeah, remember the Hail Murray last year against the Buffalo. You got everything Kyler Murray can do, and he's healthy.
But trust me, Ryan Tannehill is going to get get your boy Julio Jones that ball.
Yeah, Julio is going to have a huge season.
Yeah, but so is
AJ Brown. They're both going to have huge seasons.
Yeah, like I said, this is going to be one of those games that everybody's going to eat. So, like, on your fantasy team, just pick the starters of this game.
And don't pick either of their defenses.
Nope, don't pick the defense. Just roll with it. Pick their starters and roll.
So, next up, we have a revenge game for one of them because they could not stop a backup quarterback. We have the Cleveland Football Browns taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
You already know that my
now you already said they're going 4-13 this year. So
did I say 4-13?
Yes, you did.
For Kansas, did I really say 4-13 for Kansas?
That's why I fucked with you about the 49ers. Yes.
I probably deserve that, but they're not winning this game against Cleveland.
You're just so angry about the Chiefs.
I don't care that. I might have got me a free video. I might have got me a free video game because of your anger for the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Okay.
And I know John's over there like, man, this motherfucker don't need no more video games.
Listen. So the Browns, I believe, have learned from last year. Okay, trust me on this one. The Browns learned that I can't say that with Patrick Mahomes, but they they have to find a way to stop Tyreek Hill. And I think they did. I think this Browns defense is good enough to stop Tyreek Hill. I think that but there's only one question going into this game. Definitely not still mad about the Super Bowl. Definitely not. We're not mad.
My man said I want the Chiefs to go 0-17 with a healthy Mahomes. Mm-hmm. Definitely not still mad about the Super Bowl 2 years ago. You guys talking about this?
I don't know what you're talking about. We are not mad. We are not mad. Okay.
Your take on the Kansas City Chiefs and this past Friday's fucking NFL show will prove to differ.
Listen. The Browns,
listen.
The Browns matched up very well against their defense.
Okay? But Odell Beckham will be playing. Will Baker be trying to force Odell the ball like he did early in the season last year?
I sure hope not. Because listen, if they do, the Browns aren't making the playoffs. If I were, you know what? If I were the Browns, I would have done traded Odell Beckham. I swear to God, I would have. Because once you remember, I talked about this last year.
No, last year you said once Odell goes down or once Odell is not there, they played a lot better, and they became the team that we actually picked them to be in the preseason shit.
It's because I'm telling you that Odell Beckham probably has performance enhancers, like the performance incentive, not enhancers. He's not on PEDs, okay? But he has performance incentives, and I think that's the reason why Baker Mayfield kept feeding this nigga.
But what they need to do is feed Nick Chubb and Hunt.
They need to naturally work everybody into the offense like they did last year.
I'm going with the Browns. I think the Browns are going to beat the Chiefs this week.
Yeah,
it's in Kansas City. I think the Browns are going to punch them in the face.
Yeah, because remember last year they didn't have to deal with Odell Beckham Jr. in the playoffs, which may be a blessing in disguise for the Browns because I think at this point they've practiced long enough. They've dealt with stuff long enough.
They actually had an offseason this year.
Yeah. I'm hoping that that's the case, and I'm hoping that they learn not to feed Odell Beckham Jr. like the over and over again. It's not necessary. Not when you have Hunt and Chubb.
Yeah, say what you want about Kansas City. They're going to be a great team.
Yeah.
But their defense is not going to be able to handle Jarvis Landry, ODB, Nick Chubb, and Hunt. They're not going to be able to handle it.
Unfortunately, for the Chiefs, they got 17 weeks of good offenses.
Yes.
Two Chiefs games, 2 Raiders games, and a Broncos team that surprisingly people have been calling underrated this year.
We're going to see if Teddy Bridgewater lasts the season on that one.
Yeah, we'll see.
So next up we have. We always struggle in Miami, so I feel confident here. We got the Miami Dolphins taking on Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
So John, real quick, John says, is Baker the answer in Cleveland? Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Baker is going to be the best quarterback they can have.
Yeah, but the question should be asked, is Odell Beckham Jr. the answer? And no, it's not. Not by any means.
We saw last year what Baker could do with a all-around offense, not just a single-pointed offense.
Exactly. But remember what we talked about with Freddie Kitchens, when he was on the Freddie Kitchens offense before they got Odell Beckham Jr. Remember when they made that run towards the playoffs the year before?
And they got knocked because they lost some bad games at the end of the season, yeah. Mm-hmm. And that was all because of Freddie Kitchens.
Yeah, horrible. So that's what I'm saying. So if Baker is the answer, I don't think there's a better quarterback out there for Cleveland than Baker Mayfield. No. It's really
and I have seen the rumors that they're thinking about bringing Cam in, but that ain't going to affect Baker none.
No. The question is always going to be is where does Odell Beckham fit? And the answer is it doesn't. He doesn't fit to what they're trying to do.
So we got the Dolphins at the Patriots here. The New England Patriots made a splash in the offseason, signing everybody.
I honestly think that the Dolphins are in for a rude awakening this week. This is going to be a rough one.
Hell yeah, gay sharks are going down. Yes, I have. All my friends know I have nicknamed the Dolphins the gay sharks. So,
this is going to be a different type of offense that they're going to be rolling out against Miami this year.
This is not the Cam Newton. I don't know the playbook offense.
No. Well, even at that, Miami still had somewhat of a tough time, but still won the games that they needed to last year.
Fitzpatrick played both of them.
Mm-hmm. So this is not the case. Sidebar about New England. Cam is about to get some stuff off his chest about New England on his Friday podcast. Thoughts?
He can say what he wants. You know what I'm saying? He was not, and it came up, he was not good enough to learn the playbook. That's why they released him.
Yeah.
Mac Jones came in and had to teach him plays in the playbook. That is a problem for a seasoned veteran.
Yeah. When you got to look at it like this, okay? The real reason Bill Belichick likes things the way he likes them, right?
And he liked Cam. He did like Cam.
Yeah. The fact that he got COVID, the fact that he was also unvaccinated, when you look at both of those things.
And then did the stupid trip that he almost got COVID again.
Yeah. That's not the Patriot way of doing things. We already know how the Patriot way of doing things is, okay? Mm-hmm. I could almost assure you that if Cam Newton had not got COVID, Cam Newton would be starting. Even with the playbook situation, I still think that Cam Newton would have still been starting. Remember, it's all about team first when it comes to Bill Belichick.
Yep.
So regardless of what Cam Newton has to say about New England, about what he has to get off his chest, the reality of the situation is that he chose. This was his choice not to get vaccinated. And when you're Bill Belichick and you're he said that Belichick dap up, okay, I'm gonna give him some. Yeah, he gave him a $200 one just cause, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Bill Belichick respects Cam Newton.
Yeah. You know, he ain't gonna give anybody else a $200 gift card. You barely get the.
No, he gave Brady a $75 one. So.
Yeah, he gave Cam Newton a $200 one.
And then he called to revoke the charges after Brady won the Super Bowl.
So he gave him that $200 Subway gift card. That's already a given. You know what I'm saying? The whole it comes down to team first. Bill Belichick, team first. When you cost the team something, or when you can potentially cost the team something, Bill Belichick's not going to have it.
Bill Belichick doesn't have a need for you.
No,
and let's be completely honest here. Mac Jones is a better fit for this offense than Cam Newton is.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Mac Jones came on a lot better, came on a lot easier, came on a lot stronger. So,
and he came from a similar offense in Alabama.
Exactly, he got the Nick Saban seal of approval.
If Cam could go to any team, which team would he best fit? At this point, Cam would probably be well in Washington.
That's one.
He could do well in Cleveland if Baker got hurt.
That's another one.
But Washington, I think, is his best fit because Ron Rivera knows how to use him.
I got one for you. Dark horse. Because I think this is going to might ruffle. I don't want to say ruffle some feathers, but he seems like he'd be this type of person's guy. Detroit. Yeah,
Detroit would make a good fit in Detroit because his mobility will allow some of those weak weapons that they have to get open.
Yeah, as he did in Carolina. So
yes. So yes, Sean, we will talk about that before we end the stream. He said it sounds like he came everywhere. So I'm picking the Patriots. Who you got?
Patriots in this one. Like I said, it's going to be completely different. Different.
Next up, we have Teddy Bridgewater and those Denver Broncos traveling to injury life as they take on the New York Football Giants. The Giants are going to be the biggest disappointment in the NFC East this year.
And that's not saying much, actually.
No, because Saquon Barkley cannot be healthy for a whole season.
Well, as long as he plays at MetLife Stadium, he ain't going to be healthy.
My man's got thighs bigger than my fucking head, but they keep on fucking with him.
The stadium is cursed. That's why you can't have two teams play at the same stadium with a shitty turf. The stadium, the entire stadium, the whole fucking stadium is cursed.
Just because you guys lost your whole team in 2 weeks out there last year.
We weren't the only one.
And then the ambulances that work for MetLife got stuck in traffic and broke down.
We weren't the only one.
No, MetLife is horrible. And I think it's because they still represent New York when they play in New Jersey.
You ain't never lied. They said tear that damn thing down. It's the turf. The turf is horrible. They're using turf.
They use that 90% synthetic with real grass, and that's not a good combination.
They might as well have been playing on the old ass AstroTurf that they played at the Meadowlands.
Because BB, it hurts your feelings. That's why.
Like I said, we weren't the only ones that lost players on that damn turf.
A lot of teams did last year. You guys were just the worst. You guys were just the worst ones.
We just lost the most. That's it.
Yes.
It's like we were the BASF of losing players.
Y'all straight up lost Kittle, Garoppolo, and fucking Bosa in like one drive.
We just didn't lose players. We lost damn near all of them. That's what it was.
So the big threat here is the stadium and Teddy Bridgewater's leg.
The sad part about it is I think the Giants are going to play so bad that I think the Broncos are going to accidentally win this game.
Yeah, I think I picked the Broncos in this game. I don't think the Giants are winning more than 4 games this year, 4 or 5 games.
No, me neither. You remember we talked about it. I don't 4 or 5 if they're lucky. Shit.
All right, next up we have Crybaby Diva of the Year, Aaron Rodgers and his Green Bay Packers taking on Jameis Winston and his new eyes in the New Orleans Saints.
I said that if Jameis Winston became the starter, that they actually have the best shot. He said they'll fix the turf, but have Tanya Harding's guy be in the visiting team. Listen.
You're like, hey, what's up, man? What's up, man?
Yeah. Man, I'm a big fan of your pum. My
Fuck
leg.
your leg, cuz. Fuck your leg, cuz.
My leg, Charlie Murphy. Oh man.
So we got Diva against a team that just lost their Hall of Famer.
As much as I would like to not like Aaron Rodgers in the the Green Bay Packers.
But the Packers still can't stop the run.
Yeah. But this offense has proven that they can run the ball. Aaron Jones has been proven that they can run. At the same time, though, I did say they were going to lose the first game of the season in the thing. So I have to roll with that one. Yeah, I don't think the Packers got this one. Sorry.
I'm going with the Saints, too. I think Jameis Winston is going to try to impress his new home crowd here. And the Packers they were an overrated 13-3 last year. They've been an overrated 13-win team for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
They can't stop the run. And unfortunately for them, Alvin Kamara is healthy. So
yeah. Well, so John said thoughts on Jameis winning the job over the highest paid backup quarterback in the league.
You talking about the backup quarterback who makes more than all the WNBA players combined?
Listen, okay. Jameis Winston can see now. You obviously see how he balled out in the preseason.
I can see clearly now. My eyes are fixed.
Yeah, he can now see all the crab legs now. He can see them all. He could see, okay? And that's the beautiful part.
So that means he's not going to throw 30 interceptions. He's going to throw 20.
With 40 touchdowns. That's right.
Because Michael Thomas is hurt.
Hurt or just like, fuck this?
I think his feelings are hurt and he's hurt.
Yeah, both. A little bit of physically, mentally, emotionally. The only sad part about this game is I think that this game is in Jacksonville this week.
Yeah, because of the hurricane. Saints are going to be at home for a month.
Yeah.
But last time that happened, the Saints won the Super Bowl. So
yeah, well, that's true.
But they also had Drew Brees. Anyway.
That's true.
Next up, we have Tobias's Chicago Bears taking on Hollywood's MVP pick, Matt Stafford, and the Los Angeles Rams.
So this is going to be one of those games where, as I said...
Andy Dalton's starting, so...
Yeah, remember I said, though, this is probably the best team Andy Dalton's been on. I said it. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, the early Cincinnati teams are good.
On paper, they just couldn't put it together. This team...
They went to the wild card playoff 9 years in a row and lost in the wild card playoff 9 years in a row.
This team found a way to win in spite of the shortcomings of Mitch Trubisky, okay? Although they did that man dirty by not playing off the strengths of Mitch Trubisky.
And then he went in the preseason this year, Mitch Trubisky tore them apart in the preseason as part of the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, well, it happens. That's what happens when you get that work put on you and you know the entire playbook. But Andy Dalton, this is the best team as a whole that Andy Dalton's been on. He has 2, possibly 3 reliable receivers. He has a reliable tight end. He has a running back core that's actually fairly decent.
And a decent defense.
And a decent defense. Khalil Mack likes to eat people. But going against this Rams team.
Super Ginger is not the answer.
No, he's not the answer. At least he's not the long-term answer. But this is going to be, would you rather have, I would rather have Super Ginger out there going against Aaron Donald than to have your future franchise quarterback going out there against Aaron Donald.
Yeah, because we saw what happened to Justin Fields when he tried to go against that Bills defense and he got his head taken off.
Yeah. I honestly think Khalil Mack is going to go out there and try to eat Matt Stafford like he did for the last 2 seasons. So I am oddly enough picking the Chicago Bears for this one.
I'm picking the Rams. This is the first time Matt Stafford actually has a decent running back in Sony Michel. He's played in Detroit with no running back his whole career. He's got decent wide receivers with fucking Robert Woods. I'm going with the Rams in this one. The Rams defense is really good too. So,
yes, John, I know that he got cut by the Cowboys, but
you say
the
you're picking the
Cowboys
Bears?
weren't a good team. Yeah, I'm picking the Bears. Yeah, the Cowboys weren't a good team last year, and under any sense of the word, they just weren't.
All right. In our final game of Week 1, we have Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens traveling to Allegiant Stadium for the first time in front of fans, taking on a team that wished their tight end a happy birthday and then cut him the very next day, the Las Vegas Raiders. I think the Raiders are in for a rough time in this game.
I happen to agree. I think they're going to come out.
Yeah, there's no J.K. Dobbins, but they don't really need him when Lamar Jackson can do whatever the fuck he wants to do with the ball.
Well, here's the thing: apparently Le'Veon Bell has come on so much that he might be playing a few snaps.
Yeah, they signed him.
Yeah. So you think about this for a second. I want you to put the perfect picture. The Le'Veon Bell was a great catching running back. Okay, that's somebody that's going to be able to keep the defense honest.
Yes,
which is something that they did not have between J.K. Dobbins, Mark Ingram, Gus Edwards, all them cats. They didn't have that.
Yeah,
and they finally do. So you got to think about that for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? In the grand scheme of things, I think the Ravens it's gonna be a fun party down there. Just saying,
yeah.
Ravens are gonna. Yeah.
All right, so you both got the Ravens in this one. So I said we talked about this before the stream ended. He said, before y'all in the stream, I'd like to hear your thoughts on how teams handle their vaccinated and unvaccinated players. I know Jacksonville got into some trouble about it. They got in trouble because Urban Meyer thinks he's still talking to college news media. Urban Meyer needs to realize that the NFL media is a lot rougher and more sensitive than the college media.
Yes. Not only that, when you're playing, he doesn't understand as a college coach. You're as a college coach of a national team, right? Like a team that
you own the city. You own the city.
Yeah. In this case, you don't. They're looking at Urban Meyer as to be the savior in Jacksonville, because of his reputation. The problem is that they're gonna critique him on everything he does because he's a first time NFL coach, right? This is first time coaching in the NFL. Mm-hmm. So everything that he says, they're going to run with everything's going to be a soundbite.
And much like Pete Carroll in USC, he quit Ohio State before all the bad shit came.
Yeah, true. All right, run with this real quick. I will be right back. Talk about this, please. Give me a second.
All right. So as far as the vaccinated, unvaccinated players go, the NFL put these rules in place. There's sanctions, and they got to follow the rules. You know, it's just like businesses nowadays. If they want to say every employee has to be vaccinated or they can't be in the building, guess what? They can. They're all privately owned. It's their job. It's their rules. Like out here in Vegas, Allegiant Stadium only wants people who are vaccinated in the stadium. You can get the first shot while you're there. And then if not, then you have to wear a mask. It is what it is. Or you're not allowed in. As far as, the vaccinated players get a 5-day quarantine and unvaccinated get a 10-day. Not making political, but seems like bullshit to me. It's a business. I get it. Yes, they have to go with the current political climate. Unfortunately, we hate that shit. But as far as vaccinations and unvaccinated, I know where some people stand. I know where I'm personally vaccinated, but I did that for family reasons. But yes, it's all personally owned businesses. These are single owners who own these teams, single ownership groups. If they don't want you in the stadium, if you're not vaccinated, oh fucking well, you're not going to the stadium. You watch it on TV, you can see better anyway, and not risk anything. But with the way the COVID shit's not going anywhere for a while, man. You guys, everybody knows that shit right now, and I really don't want to talk about it, but this motherfucker left me here again. He knows I hate the solo dolo shit, but it is what it is. So, but as far as the NFL goes, I think they made the right call, and they're all solo owners, and they're going to run their businesses the way they see fit. That's all I can say about that. All right, let's talk. What you want to talk about?
No, I was just saying that. Oh yeah. Go ahead, real quick. I'll be right back. Still working on something. I apologize, y'all.
Trey can be better than Mac long term. Trey has a better arm than Mac, but I think Mac has a better head for football. And that's due to the fact that Mac actually played in college where Trey only played one game. Come on, y'all. Fire me some questions while I'm here live. Anybody? Oh, I know. Go ahead, fire me some questions. Come on. First live show in over a year. Let's go. Come on. I knew you guys got some. What was Madden Pat's for the repeat? Run the goddamn ball down people's throats as it was the first season. You ever see upcoming games and think, damn, I don't want to pick that team, but I think they were. I see that a lot during the week because I have certain issues with teams, much like my co-host and my friend right there have issues with the Chiefs. I have some issues with teams too, and I really don't want to pick them. But sometimes their opponents are so goddamn bad, I don't have a choice but to pick them. Tampa Bay Patriots dominate. The life of a TB12 fan from the Northeast. All Mac is going to be something special, though. The gut feeling. Yeah, I think Mac is going to do well for us down there in New England. You know what I'm saying? Mac's going to do good for us. What do you think about Hollywood bailing on you? Did he go get cigarettes? I hope he didn't leave me like a bad stepdaddy. Because he knows, yeah. He's probably laughing right now that I just said that shit. Tampa Bay is going to be good this year again. Brady's going to go for 10 boxes of brief. Be careful what you ask for. Yeah, boxers, man, boxers. Yeah. But yeah, some teams I just don't want to fucking pick to win a game because fuck them. That's why. But we still do it because we have the show and the bet to cover. So, boxers. Yeah, boxers. How about you guys? Boxers or briefs? Don't be shy now. Come on. Toby's probably going to say some shit like nude, but, you know, it is what it is because that's Toby. John's going to say like a leaf or something. How much longer can TB12 do it? TB12 can do it for as long as he wants to, as long as his offensive line holds up. As you see in the offseason, TB has not lost any of his arm strength. He's the dude looks younger than all of us sitting in this room right now. And, you know, my morning routine is get up, pop some ibuprofen, pop all my bones, and get on with my day. This motherfucker's morning routine is get up, bang my hot supermodel wife, and go out and throw a football around because I can still do this shit at 46. We are actually doing that Grizzly and Tech 9 track this week, so it will be up either Thursday, probably Thursday. But we are doing that one, definitely. We know your pick, Pats. Besides Pats and Bucks, who would you like to see in the Super Bowl? You know, for my peoples, They did get a bum deal a couple years ago when Jimmy Garoppolo missed a wide open throw and they got all cocky and shit and lost to the Chiefs. My dream Super Bowl is the 49ers against the Patriots, just due to the fact my closest friends are 49ers fans. But I'd like to see a team who hasn't been there before, Jacksonville. Some of these new younger teams coming up. I would love to see the Browns win the championship. The Browns, their story, if they ever won a championship, would be absolutely fantastic. That fan base has been so loyal to that team when they were down the dumps. And the city really legitimately cried when the Baltimore Ravens took over the franchise. And when the Browns came back, those old fans came back and supported them like a motherfucker again. But yeah, the Browns, maybe Buffalo, even though they're in the Pats division, because Buffalo, they had them Jim Kelly years, it's 4 in a row. And that's why the Bills stands, boy, I love losing Super Bowls. Yeah, John, it'd be like a week's vacation if that Pats and Niners win the Super Bowl, man. It'd be like a week vacation after that shit. I'm already taking 2 days after the fucking Patriots Buccaneers game this year, so that's not going to be a good time. Y'all got anything else for me? My son was given a Patriots comfort towel. I don't want to lead him down a bad path. Should I burn it just to be safe? Actually, no, you should not. You should applaud the man for giving it to him, because that man has actually seen his team win some championships in his lifetime, and don't have to remember the wacky when he was 12 or 13 to when his team was actually good enough to win a Super Bowl.
Hey guys, I don't mean to cut this short, but I'm not feeling well. So,
all right, we're gonna end the stream now. I just had a conversation with our peoples. Hollywood's gonna take off. We will see you guys next week on the show.
I know it'll be longer and we'll have a lot more conversations. Just not feeling well right now, guys. I apologize.
All right, we are out of here. We love you guys. We'll see you guys soon. Deuces.